Hey, Mr. Real Review here for your Green Lantern review. Now, I was actually surprised with this movie. It was a little bit better than I thought it would be. The reviews that came out were just horrible. It basically just ripped the movie to death and very, very negative. No positive feedback at all. And I didn't think it was going to be that good as well. Just from the initial trailer, got a lot of negative feedback. But what I was more concerned about was all the, computer graphics and, the CG and stuff like that. I thought there'd be too much animation. It would seem like a cartoon, because they're in a different world, basically. They have other planets, and they're out in space a lot. And, there's aliens and just, creatures that all have to be computer generated. And that's why I was pretty sure the movie was going to bomb. But I thought Thor was going to have a little too much CG as well, and I actually ended up liking Thor. And the same happened with the Green Lantern. There wasn't a ton of CG. I mean, they were on Aura, the planet, a lot, but not enough to diminish the film. Through the movie, I kind of felt like it was a kid's movie, kind of. There was a lot of children in the theater when I went, and, they were being loud and giggling and making noises and comments. They liked the aliens and the creatures, because it's kind of like a cartoon. And I kind of got that feel that it was kind of a kid movie when I was watching it. But I did like Ryan Reynolds as the Green Lantern. Obviously, he's a big superhero fan. He is rumored to be Flash a while back, and then he's going to be Deadpool. So, he's a big draw for comic book fans and movie makers. But I think he did a good job. He's actually an underrated actor, because he's good looking or whatever, and also very, very funny. His acting gets kind of overlooked, but I think he's a good actor. He did a great job. Also, Blake Lively, I was afraid that, they kind of just threw her character in just, to have a love interest, just to have like a female lead in the movie, because every movie has a female. But she actually had a reason to be in the movie. She was also a pilot with Hal, and her dad has like a gigantic flying company and all. She really belonged in the film, and that's what I was happy about most, because I was just afraid that she had no point in being in the movie, just no reason at all, and she was just kind of thrown in there. But she also did a very good job. She's, of course, gorgeous, but she's a good actress as well, and she did good. The script was pretty good. Your typical origin film. You have to find out where he comes from, how he came across the ring and the lantern. So, nothing surprising there, nothing amazingly good, nothing amazingly bad. I heard from a couple people that they wish there was a little bit more fighting in the movie, which I do too, but I think it was okay for an origin film. Usually the sequels are the ones that have all the action and all the fighting scenes. In terms of the bad guy, or the villain, whatever, there was basically two of them. One was kind of believable, but the other was, kind of like Fear. Fear was the villain, the big villain, and I didn't like that. I like my superhero movies to be believable. Like Christopher Nolan, makes the Batman movies seem like they could actually happen. I didn't like the villain of Fear, but what can you do? It's on another planet and stuff like that. You kind of can't help it, but they did set it up for a sequel, so you can expect that. Sinestro, I think his name is. Yeah, he was a good guy in this one, but he was a bad guy in the comic books, I believe. Yeah, he's said to be the bad guy for the sequel. Spoiler. If they do have a sequel, there's a lot of negative publicity, and the numbers aren't looking so good on the internet. But I'm sure, the Green Lantern is one of the biggest superheroes in the world, with the overseas money and, the fanboy interest here in the States. I think it'll make enough money to do well, and they'll have a sequel. Hopefully they get another chance at it, because I think that they can learn a lot from this movie and hopefully make a little bit of a better one. I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. Obviously, as I've been saying with all the other superhero movies this summer, if you are a superhero fan, a comic book fan, a Green Lantern fan, you gotta go see it. If you're just a casual movie fan, you're not big into the superheroes, the comics and stuff like that, you should probably go see it as well. Boy or girl. If you're if you're a girl, go see Ryan Reynolds, of course. If you're a guy, go see Blake Lively. But there's pretty good acting, a pretty good story. It's fun. It's fun. It's entertaining. You go to the movie, you have a good time, and I think that's what movies are all about. Mr. Real Review signing out.